exercise dubbed Operation Clean the Nation was embarked upon Saturday with massive turnout in local communities. In the Kanifing municipality, volunteers turned out in numbers to rid the area of refuse. Mamudujal tells us more about yesterday's activities.
The monthly cleansing exercise attracts a lot of volunteers. The security personnel are always at the forefront of this national undertaking. Along the West Coast Brikama Highway, officers of the Gambia Armed Forces were busy cleaning the highway. Captain Laminke Sanya, Public Relations Officer, Gambia Armed Forces, urged Gambians to come out in their numbers to join them in the exercise.
The only problem right now we have is the turnout of the populace. You know, people just think that this is a military issue, but it should not be that way. Even like right now when we stand, you see people passing by. This is not my street. It's their street, so they should come out and then help us, clean it. If we can leave our houses and come all the way down here, they should also give us a helping hand.
Colonel Paul S. Gomez, Inspector General of the Gambia Armed Forces, said it is part of their mandate to take part in this settle. His men and women were dispatched to different parts of the municipality to contribute their quota. Yaman Jai, the founder of Baby Mariam Jammeh Fans Club, also participated with her group, saying that environmental cleaning should be everybody's business. She also appealed to drivers to obey the stipulated period from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for safety regulations. Yankuba Koli, mayor of the Kanifing municipality, was also out to monitor how the exercise was going. Speaking to Grts, Mayor Koli commended all those who volunteered in this national call and appealed to others to follow suit to make their work easy for them. The KMC's Cleansing Services Manager, Modu Jallo, said his staff would continue to carry the waste until it is cleared, even if it would take them to the following day.
From Mumini and his team, 19 trucks, and we have sent 1 truck to each ward, at least for them to take up this matter. And the other 2 trucks will be on the highway. So we are very happy. We hope that this time everything will be clean. And we are very much grateful also to the GRTS and to the NEA also for supporting. We are all supporting. We are all in it, and we thank them very much for that.
From Brikama Highway, we proceeded to Bundung, where a large turnout of people, led by Honorable Steny Jaite, Councillor Amijata, and youth mobilizer Modunjai, were busy cleaning the Bundung Highway and the surroundings.
They came out in their numbers. It's not only here at the mosque, but they are scattered, in different locations.
Our last port of call was Kotu, where volunteers mobilized by Sopeyaya AJJ Jammeh and led by Fatou Sow of West Coast Region were busy at work. Fatou Sow and some of her members said they have been conducting such exercises even without the General State Settled Day because of their love for President Jammeh and the nation, adding that a clean environment brings good health. Ibrahim Abojan, the Future Lake Building Area Supervisor, commended the group for the support, describing them as patriotic citizens. KMC officials are calling for attitudinal change towards waste management, whilst the National Environmental Agency urged drivers to respect the rule for safety reasons. Mohamed Jalo, GRTS.
Well, you can monitor GRTS Radio live on our website, which is at www.grts.gm. We're going to take a very short break now. The news continues in just a moment.
GRTS introduces a brand new show, Buddies Night Out, a show for you and your friends to win fabulous prizes. But you win only if you answer questions we ask you correctly. To be part of the show, you should know the numbers by now. Type BUDDIES, Buddies, to your favorite network, AfriCell 2020-200, QCell 30-3300, Chromium 60-6600, and Gamcell or 999-0909. And we will call you back. Make sure you have 4 friends ready to participate. Talk to you soon.
And to news elsewhere, clashes have erupted between supporters and opponents of Egypt's President Mohamed Morsi. Opponents of the Muslim Brotherhood pitched tents along the road leading to the president's Cairo residence. In the city of Alexandria, violent clashes left some people injured as rival supporters engaged in running street battles. We have details in this report.
There was a second day of demonstrations in Cairo near the presidential palace. Opponents of President Mohamed Morsi pitched their tents on the road leading to his residence. They were protesting against the dominant role of the Muslim Brotherhood in the government. We are demonstrating today because the Muslim Brotherhood Party has taken control of all the important institutions in the country. We also want to point out that concerning the Constituent Assembly, the Brotherhood must let it work to do its job without interfering, so that it can work without any pressure. On Friday, several thousand people demonstrated, called out by a number of groups against the Islamic fundamentalists. There were clashes with Brotherhood supporters in Cairo. There were other clashes in Alexandria, where a number of people were injured. The demonstrators were accusing Mohamed Morsi of monopolizing both the executive and parliamentary branches of government. Demonstrators in Tahrir Square, headquarters of the revolution that brought down the Mubarak regime, had almost fond memories of the strongman. One woman said that they cannot stand the regulations of the Muslim Brotherhood. She said they're selling out the country. She said, we carried out the revolution and they've taken power. Even Mubarak did not sell us out like that, she said. These demonstrations are a test for the new government. It did not react to the attacks. 1 year after the revolution, Egyptians are still fighting for a democracy and the respect for a legal state.
August is not even over, and Syrian activists say it is already the deadliest month so far in their country's civil war. They say over 3,700 people have been killed, most of them civilians. Activists also say government artilleries have been pounding much of the counterfeit city of Aleppo. Reports from Syrian activists in the country speak of a massacre. This one reportedly happened in Dira province and left some 90 people dead. CNN's Jim Clancy has more on that story, but first a warning. Some of the images may be difficult to watch.
All the young men have gone. All the young men have been burned, this woman shouted. Their voices filled with grief and anger, they trudge along. The smoke from fires smeared the skyline behind them. Video posted on YouTube purports to show residents of the town of Hirak leaving their homes, escaping with their lives but little else. Some carry bags with food or belongings, perhaps a single bottle of water. Many cradle children or infants in their arms. Some appear to be injured or exhausted after days of fighting in Hirak. As they appear to abandon their town, many cursed Bashar al-Assad or poured out their stories that all of the young men had been killed, children murdered and burned. The determined drive by Syrian government troops left those who supported the uprising in despair. This man was comforted by passers-by, but couldn't contain his emotions. Hirak is located north of Deraa, where Syria's uprising began 17 months ago. The town, not far from the Jordanian border, had long been used as a base by the Free Syrian Army. This week, its 20,000 residents paid the price. Video also posted on YouTube purports to show the burned-out shops and obvious signs of damage from tank fire, which may have set the buildings ablaze. A few young men remained, where city streets show the deep scars of tank tracks. A handful of apparent fighters hastily carried a badly wounded comrade on a stretcher. Getting medical treatment won't be easy. Bashar doesn't fear God, this woman shouted. All the men were slaughtered. Now refugees in headlong flight, the people of Hirak scrambled aboard trucks to escape. Some will likely find refuge with relatives in nearby villages. Others may try to leave Syria altogether. Children looked out from one of the trucks, clearly affected by all they had witnessed. The cameraman repeated again and again, the world should see what is happening in Syria. The children have seen the ferocity of the fighting between the Free Syrian Army and government troops intent on a crackdown. What they can't see clearly is what kind of a future they're going to have in their own country. Jim Clancy, CNN, Beirut.
Tropical storm Isaac is making its way across Haiti with heavy rains bringing a threat of flooding and mudslides in the capital, Port-au-Prince. Hundreds of thousands of people are riding out the storm in tents. They are still homeless after the earthquake 2 years ago. The tents are their only home. CNN's Gary Touchman visited one of the tent cities before Isaac came ashore.
Gary Tuchman visited one of the tent cities before Isaac came ashore. It's been a very long life for the people who are still living in the tent cities.